What's going on, guys? It's your boy CMB. Don't forget to subscribe to the channel, smash that like button, and let's get into this one really quickly. Now guys, I wanted to talk a little bit about Canelo Alvarez, the 168-pound super middleweight undisputed champion. He just came off of a trilogy matchup with Triple G Gennady Golovkin this past September. A fight that a lot of people thought would, excite like the first two fights that they had did. And honestly, guys, it was pretty much a lackluster fight. Triple G seemed to completely turn into an old man in that fight. He almost looked like he just came there to collect a paycheck, in my opinion. He didn't put up much of a fight at all. And Canelo Alvarez, even though he won the fight, he couldn't get Triple G up out of there. And I think a lot of people were disappointed in the fact that he couldn't get a 40-year-old man up out of there who didn't have any offense in that whole fight. In my opinion, I thought Triple G would do a better job, and he disappointed. And a lot of people were disappointed with Canelo Alvarez's performance. We thought he was going to be using a lot more footwork and adding some new wrinkles to the game. Taking that big loss to Dimitri Bivol, you guys know the footwork wasn't there, and he gassed out. I think around the 5th round, he started gassing out in the Dimitri Bivol fight. And Sean Porter did take Canelo Alvarez to task for gassing out in the Triple G fight. Now I gave him a little bit of credit because he didn't gas out as quick as he did in the Bivol fight. I think it was around round 9 where Canelo Alvarez started to gas out with the Triple G fight. And that's a problem as a fighter of his caliber, gassing out. His cardio should be on point. He should be able to go through 12 rounds without getting completely gassed out. And I do understand what Sean Porter was saying about that. Now, he has a dilemma when he comes back. Who is he gonna fight? He's got all the belts at 168. He went up to 175. He was defeated by Dimitri Bivol. Now he's saying that he doesn't want to face any Mexicans, and he's just putting himself in these boxes, and there's almost nowhere to turn. Now, a lot of people talked about him facing David Benavidez, and at the press conference after the fight, he said basically that David Benavidez has only fought one champion, Anthony Durrell, who's fighting this weekend against Caleb Sweethand's Plant on the Deontay Wilder undercard. So he says he hasn't done anything. Basically, a lot of people took that as, okay, he's not going to fight David Benavidez. But I think he really needs to fight David Benavidez because David Benavidez is the 2-time WBC super middleweight champion, and he's the mandatory to Canelo Alvarez. So why not fight him? This is what the fans want. This is a tough fight, and you're the guy at 168. So the best are going to come and try to knock you off. So he really does have a dilemma. Who else is he going to face at 168? Then you have the situation with Zordo Ramirez and Dimitri Bivol, who are fighting in November. And he says that if Dimitri Bivol loses the fight, he's not going to face Dimitri Bivol. He says he wants Zordo to win. If Zordo wins, he won't fight Bivol, but he won't fight Zordo because he's Mexican. And that type of stuff, it's ridiculous. If you're the top guy, if you're the top dog, and I have a lot of respect for Canelo Alvarez because I think he has a pretty good resume. Some people think he has a weak resume. I think his resume is pretty good. But you're going to have to start fighting these guys, these tough guys. These are tough fights. And like I said, why not fight Zordo Ramirez if he wins? Why not revisit Dimitri Bivol even if he loses? Because you got to get your revenge. You can't just let that be. You took a one-sided beating in that fight. You should be wanting to get back at Bivol. In my opinion, I would just think he would want to prove to himself that he can beat Dimitri Bivol. And as far as David Benavidez goes, he's young. Why not get him now while he's young and before he gets any better? You know, I still think Canelo Alvarez can win that fight, but he has to, you know, take these chances. You know, it's a chance. You have to take it. And he might be a little bit gun shy now because of the Bivol fight. I can understand that. But if you want to be the top guy, if you want to be the face of boxing, you're going to have to prove it time and time again. So, I mean, it is what it is. He's got a big dilemma. You have the Jamal Charlo situation. I don't know if Jamal Charlo is going to come to 168 and face off against Canelo Alvarez. But I think the first person he should fight is David Benavidez at 168. I think he should get first dibs at Canelo Alvarez. Two-time WBC champion. Whether or not he fought one champion or not, he's the boogeyman at 168. And I think Canelo Alvarez needs to fight him. And he needs to fight Dimitri Bivol in a rematch as well. But you guys tell me what you think about Canelo Alvarez's dilemma. Who do you think he will face when he comes back? You know, he has big decisions to make. You know, you just can't hold up the division and not fight the best. If you're not going to fight these guys, then he should start dropping the belts. But you guys let me know what you think about Canelo Alvarez in the comment section. It's the CMB. I'll talk to you guys in the next one. And I'm out. Peace.